Hi there, I'm Sri Lankan from EnglishWind. ඉතින් අද මේ කොටු ආසන්නයට ඇවිල්ලා මොහොත වෙරළ ගාව ඉඳලා ලස්සන වීඩියෝ එකක් ඔබට කරන්නේ. මේකෙදි මම අද කතා කරන්නේ පුංචි දෙයක්. ඔබට ගොඩක් වැදගත් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. මම මේක කරන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාවෙන් හේතු කීපයක් නිසා. මම කතා කරන දේ ඔබට තේරෙනවා නම් අවමාශයෙන් 60ක් විතර වගේ 60ක් 70ක් වගේ තේරෙනවා නම් මං කියන දේවල් ටික ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් සරලව සහ ඔබට කතා කරන්න අමාරු නම් ඔබට ෆ්ලෝ එක නැත්නම් ඔබගේ ෆ්ලුවෙන්සි එක ඔබ හදාගන්න try කරන කෙනෙක් නම් ඔබට මේ වීඩියෝ එක ඔබ සඳහාම තමයි මේ කරන්නේ. ඔබට මේක වැදගත් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. ඒකට හේතුව ඔබට වීඩියෝ එක අගදී දැනගන්න පුළුවන්. right. එහෙනම් අපි යන් වීඩියෝ එකට. Yes. Maybe you are trying to speak the language, English language. So you find it really difficult to speak the language. Yeah. Sort of fluency, I mean, the flow and everything. When you try to open your mouth, you freeze, shut down, and you cannot talk about things. Yeah, really, that is the thing. So, if it is so, this video is for you. Why does it happen? You go to school for 10 years, and then you go to classes even for maybe at least 10 years, you are going to English classes. And then you are doing courses, spoken English courses or whatever, diploma courses, and you have certificates and everything, but yet you cannot speak the language naturally and with a good flow, the fluency, the matter is fluency. Yeah. Why is that? The problem is this. You want to know, I think, why this happens. Even though you learn a lot, you cannot speak the language. When you go to examination, you would do. You have A passes for English literature or whatever. But yet you cannot speak the language fluently, freely, in a good way. Why is that? English learning goes in two directions. The one is exam English. That is what we call skill building. That is one is exam English. So exam English is we learn grammar. Yeah. I don't mean to say that you should not learn grammar. You should learn grammar, a bit of grammar. That is it. That is really interesting. But the thing is, exam English for examinations. Exam English, that is knowledge, basically stores in one place of your brain. That knowledge is called declarative memory. That memory is called declarative memory. Declarative memory. You can declare, you can talk about things, facts. Or things like that. What are the parts of human circulatory system? They are facts. Facts are stored in one part of your brain. That memory is called declarative memory. It is the declarative memory that we use in examinations. That is what we call exam English. We use that language for examinations, for writing and things like that. Yeah, that is it. So now you know that the language can be stored in two parts of the brain. One is there, it is declarative memory, the facts and everything. What is the other one? That one is called procedural memory. Procedural memory. Procedural memory is, for example, procedure, sort of a sequence. For example, when you are walking along a street, you don't think about your legs, right leg, left, right, left, right, left. You don't think about that. You generally avoid the barriers or things you come across automatically, naturally, involuntarily. You have no idea what you're doing. You automatically do the thing. Clear? If there is a vehicle in front of you, you are not going into the vehicle. Yeah, you just avoid that. That is what I want to tell you. That is a procedure. Procedural memory. That is a sequence. For example, when you are singing, it automatically comes naturally. Yeah, you are not thinking about that. So if you are doing something without thinking, maybe driving or whatever it is procedural memory. So you have to train your muscles and you have to do a lot to do that. Exam English, that is what we call declarative memory and the speaking and things like that. When I speak, I'm not thinking about grammar. Do you think that I can think about grammar, the patterns and everything, tenses, or indirect, direct speech, or things like that. When I speak the language, no, I cannot do that. You understand? My language is really simple. You understand? So that is it. That is the thing. So therefore, there are two places that you have to store them. So when you speak, you have to use a bit of declarative memory to talk about things. Yeah. If somebody asks, um, how about your mother? You have to say that, the blood sugar level is this and that. Yeah, then you have to think about that fact. So therefore, declarative memory. But generally, in spoken language, words automatically come naturally. That is procedural memory. You do not acquire procedural memory. It is not well developed. So that is completely a different thing. Even though you learn every bit of grammar, you cannot speak. That is the reason. Another very important thing is when you speak or when you do something, to talk about thing. When you think about something and you want to talk about something, you want to talk about that this place is really beautiful, and you cannot have, you don't have time to think about that. You have only 300 milliseconds. That is one third of a second. One third of a second. Yeah. So you have no time to translate things. Oh, think about grammar. Oh. So therefore, if you want to speak, you have to follow a different path. That is basically of comprehensible input. Comprehensible input is naturally you should acquire the language. One feature, if you have mastered that you are exam English, that is, if you are in the phase of declarative memory, you would speak in a very good way. Maybe very slow, you have to think about that. Oh, if I'm explaining things away, I have to go from singular to English, singular to English, singular to English. I would talk about things, but I cannot continuously talk about things. Yeah, naturally, without thinking about, or without using the papers or boards or screens or things like that. You cannot talk about things. That is it. So therefore, if you want to speak the language, you have to develop that part of, you have to have a good sort of memory, that is procedural memory. And that is really important. 300 milliseconds. Yeah, that is one thing. The crucial point is this. The very important point is this I'm going to make in this video. Exam English is just like petrol. If you have a petrol car, it is quite okay. You can fill the tank, and you can go here and there. Yeah, because if you have a petrol vehicle, and then petrol is quite okay. It is the thing that you should have. So then in examinations, that English is good. That is perfect. You can have A passes, B passes, things like that. But things come from the procedural memory. That is, procedural memory basically is that automatic things. It is a diesel car. It is also a car, the same brand. Oh, yeah, Toyota Corolla. Toyota Corolla can be diesel, Toyota Corolla can be petrol. You think that your spoken part, that is your diesel car, would work if you supply it with petrol. And that is the thing. Mistakenly, you are really mistaken. And then you fill the tank of your spoken car, that is diesel car, with petrol. That is the thing. That is what you are doing. So therefore, it is not working. You wonder why it happens. I know English. I have A pass. I have B pass. I have A for literature and everything. I know each and every grammar pattern that is basically learned in Sri Lankan curriculum. Yeah. Everywhere this happens. If you learn English as a second language, this happens naturally everywhere in the world. That is it. So that is really sad. So if you are not thinking about that, this is the time that you have to think about that. Okay, it's getting dark. And well, if you want to know why this happens exactly, why we cannot speak even when we have gained a lot, that is, I mean, good knowledge. We have a webinar, free webinar. Yeah, that is YouTube webinars free. 20th Tuesday, January. 20th Tuesday, few days ago. 20th January, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then if you come to my channel, EnglishWind, that is 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., you can watch it. That is it. That is the thing. And another thing is we are going to have Zoom session, 2-hour Zoom session, 27th January from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. There you are going to experience how we should learn English language. Going into total immersion. You are totally immersed. So if you are listening to singular and singular and singular and singular, you speak singular. If you are going to total English, you will speak English language. So you know about a lot of things. Your vocabulary is quite sufficient. If you understand 50 or 60% of what I'm talking about, so if you understand at least 50 or 60% of what I'm talking about, it is quite okay for you to follow that webinar and Zoom session. If you are really interested in joining us to experience this total immersion and how to learn language naturally without going to singular, and send us a WhatsApp message to the number given. Okay, bye for now. Meeting soon.